Hey, do you own a business? Are you constantly putting out fires in your business? Does your entire business completely rely on you? Everything relies on you. Employees rely on you. The customers rely on you. Nothing can happen without you. Hey, I'm Chad Murray. I own a business and my business does not rely on me. I am here to show you how to learn and I can help you build a business that does not rely on you, that will function better. You're going to be able to take vacations. You're going to be able to have trained employees that can handle everything that you know how to do. You're going to have the right systems. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to show you exactly the system that I built and how to operate it. So first of all, let me tell you a little bit about who I am. So I own Master Service. It's a large service company. We're one of the largest top 10 chimney companies in the country. I actually stopped working in operations back in 2014. I still manage the business through the management, but I do not go there. I do not even have an office there. And so I only show up at big meetings every year, shake everybody's hands, and that's all I do. Now, I say that it's not all I do. Now, I manage the management team. They manage the business. So I look at the overhead, big view stuff. I'm a true entrepreneur. Now, how do we get you to start building a business that eventually will not have to rely on you? Well, we're going to build the systems. We're going to build culture and people. We're going to have everything that comes in the leadership to have you understand that everybody below you is going to do their job so that you aren't being relied on all the time. So we're going to start I'm going to show you through a little training here of exactly the system of what we're going to do to start working on your business. So the first thing we're going to work on is mindset. We're going to work on your mindset. We want to make sure that you are in the winning, training, and dedicated mindset. What does this mean? Well, we have to set a tone. We need you to set the tone for yourself first, then your employees and your customers, that we are now building a business. And when we're building a business, we have to have the right dedication. Now, by watching this video, you might be getting motivated. You're a little motivated. Think about motivation as something that kickstarts something but flames out, because dedication has to be there. So what happens with motivation? Let me tell you a little story about motivation. Motivation is the thing that when you get excited about doing something, you start it. And then you get halfway done and you're not motivated to do it anymore. You've lost the motivation. You don't finish it. Half the tasks, half the systems, half everything you always do just stops because you didn't stay dedicated to the process to complete the task. So we're going to get you motivated to stay dedicated so that you will stay working on the business. So coming to work for me is you got to be dedicated. You got to be ready to get that business moving. And we are. We're going to get your business moving and it's going to stop. It ain't going to stop. Once we start this path to get your employees, that's coming up soon when I'm going to talk to you about. We got you dedicated. We're going to now get everybody else dedicated too. So the first thing is your mindset. We need you to be ready for change. We're going to get you ready for change. We're going to show you how and get you ready to be able to change and be able to stay dedicated. One of the first things we're going to do is we're going to solve your biggest issue. We're immediately going to start working on your biggest issue and we are going to solve it. We might even put you on a path to solving this when you come for the discovery call with me. The very first time you call, haven't paid me a dime. We're going to get you on a path to really getting that big thing in your head unblocked, and we are going to get it and we're going to solve it. It could even be money, could be sales. It could be you have a bad Apple employee. I don't know. We're going to get it to where you solve and it's not going to be a problem anymore. That's going to happen before you even pay me a dime. And if we have to continue working it, if you continue working with me, then great. We will get it solved within the first 30 days. I guarantee it. So get ready because we're going to really work on that one big thing that you've been stuck and we need to get it out of your mind and get moving on to working on the business.
I really like your program so far because I honestly like all the programs that I done, you have said more stuff that actually translates to everyday changing your operation rather than tell me how to build a bunch of scripts and I see it a year later. you know. So yeah, I think so. And it's because it's the stuff that you apply on the day to day. So I really like your coaching. I really do.
We're also going to do staff evaluations. We're going to see who is in the right place and who's doing the right job. We want to know if there's any bad apples. I'm going to give you a big piece of advice right up front. We don't like bad apples. Why do you suffer and have somebody who makes your life miserable? We're just going to stop that. We're going to get rid of these people. Now, I don't know what state you're in. We're going to do it legally. We're going to do the proper channels to get rid of people, or we're going to keep them and we're going to make sure that they are in the right position winning. We want every single person that works for you doing the job that they're paid for and they're good at doing. If someone's not good at doing, why do we keep giving them that task to do it? We can't make them be better. We can maybe possibly give them training, but if they're not good at it, why give it to them? Alter, pivot, give something else to someone else so they can win at the job that they're good at doing, especially if they're a good employee. We're going to have only good employees working for us. That is our goal. The employee evaluations, we are going to go through it. We're going to do job descriptions. We're going to see what they do on a daily. We're going to see what they're doing that might be wasteful. We're going to see what they're doing in and out of every day's tasks to make sure that everybody is doing the right thing so that we are profiting the most we can with the staff we have. Next thing is systems. We're going to be looking at systems. We're going to see what you have already. We're either going to make them better or we're going to build a new system for whatever that might be. Could be a sales system, could be your CRM, your invoice and estimating system. It could be as much as clocking in and out. Maybe you have clocking time waste for people clocking in and out and wasting time. If you're not tracking how your employees are clocking in and out and making sure that they're at the job or at their desk right after they clock in and starting to work, well, you're wasting minutes every day. If you're a field service company and they clock in at the shop and they're not on the job for 2 hours and it was a 15-minute drive there, what are they doing? We're going to give you the system and build the system out so that you know immediately and that everybody knows as well. Every system we're going to do is going to be built for profitability and efficiency, everything, and accountability. Everything we're going to do is going to be revolve around making sure that everybody knows their parameters, they're accountable to it, and we're all doing our job at the best of their ability. And we will get that done. We're also going to get you to know your numbers. What do I mean by know your numbers? You probably hear that all the time. Do you know your numbers? And you probably think you don't. And maybe you do, or maybe you think you do. But what if you know every number that's possible in your business that takes out all of the emotion when it comes to making a decision? Because the numbers don't lie. So if you have a sales guy you think is the best sales guy you've ever had, and you now start running numbers on him, you might find out he is not that good. He might have been a spark in the beginning and he has fizzled out. And all of a sudden you got a new guy and he is crushing the numbers. And so you got to know your numbers. Now, what about the person answering the phone? Do you know how many phone calls they're taking? How many appointments they're actually making? What's their call time? These little systems we need to know, because we also want to know where our marketing dollars are being spent. And the call center is the one who's going to, with knowing their numbers, is where we're going to know. So is AdWords what's we're giving our money? Is word of mouth? I mean, is Yelp? Is Home Advisor? Where's our money coming from? And is the call center tracking? Are we tracking that with the call center? And when we do start tracking that, we know maybe Home Advisor is not producing this month or ever, and maybe Google AdWords is crushing it. So you take and put your money over to Google AdWords. So when we know our numbers, that's it. Now, when you also know your numbers about your employees, you're giving them goals. And when we start goal tracking everybody and to see if they're hitting their numbers, well, if they're not, we're either going to coach them or we're going to fire them. I mean, it's that simple. They're either going to hit their numbers or we're going to help, and we're either going to help them hit their numbers or they're not going to hit their numbers. And we're going to go find people that can hit their numbers. And it's not emotional. They're just not right for the job. And the numbers will tell us. Wouldn't that be great to know? Instead of saying, I think we should fire this person because we don't think they're doing very well, but you don't know for sure. What if you did know? Well, it takes the emotion out of it. It's an easy walk in there and let, bring them in your office and terminate them because they're not doing the job. It's that simple. Now, you got to do your due diligence to make sure that they maybe are. And if you've given them all the training that they can do it, they're not in their numbers, it's time to go. You go train someone else to do it. And this is where the systems come in. So when you replace this person, the system is right there for the person when you've already built it to show them the system, and they can easily, quickly turn over and be better than the person that you just hired. Some positions might take long, but you're a call center person. If you have to turn over a call center person, if you write out the right scripting and everything else, I'll show you, you can literally have someone making appointments in 48 hours for you. 48 hours. Have the best salesperson ever in your call center answering calls and making appointments for you in 48 hours. I have that system. Leadership is the next thing. We're going to teach leadership to you, how you top-down leadership and bottom-up leadership. We're going to teach everybody how to become a leader. Everybody needs to be a leader, and we're going to train everybody to be a leader. Now, some people aren't leaders, but when you teach leadership and you inspire people, I'm not saying they can become a leader, but they feel better about working for you. So your culture starts working. So your intentional culture is what we're going to build. You all have a culture. Is it good, bad, or outstanding like mine? And so when you have that, you literally don't need as many people running your business because everybody's doing exactly what they need. So are you ready to start building a business that doesn't rely on you? Are you ready to build the system of running a business? If you are, click the button below, get on a chat with me, and that's it. You're going to go to this next page. There is nothing on the next page. So don't click this button if you're not ready to schedule, because it's just a waste of your time. You're just literally going to the next page and going, not going to fill anything out. Don't go. But if you're serious about wanting a business that's going to work for you, that's going to give you time for vacations, people are going to stop calling you to put fires out all the time. You're going to have a business that's actually running smoothly and by itself with just you at the helm, not you being totally reliable. So go ahead, hit that button down below. Let's see you on the other side. Make an appointment. Fill out. There's a few questions I'll ask on my Calendly. Fill them out. Schedule a time and get there. I want you to just be ready to show up. I want you not to think about nothing but raw emotion when we come to talk to you about your business. And we will start solving your business the second we get together on a call.